on consoles, really. This is about as ambitious as console RPGs got back then, at least as far as traditional JRPGs go. Yeah, we've already skipped. Thankfully, the credit sequence is skippable, but we've already seen what we need to see. So let's just move ahead. This part of the game is on rails. Don't worry. It's the part of the game that's easy. It's the part of the game that makes no sense because it teaches you the very basics of combat, but there's no risk at all, really. How big are these guys? We're riding around in Magitex. Let's just attack everybody. Remember, menu-based combat, kids. Yes, this game did use the ATB meter, whatever it's called. I don't even want to get into it. It's real time menu manipulation. Not as bad as Lightning Returns. We'll talk about that game a bit later. Wage gain to level. Just like killing the Womp Rats back home. Let's do configuration while I'm thinking about it. Yeah. The wait mode. Battle speed, fast. Message speed, fast as possible. Gauge on sound. What's that gauge for again? I don't remember anymore. Let's do a memory set, because if we choose the same attack every time, the game will remember that. Re-equip, optimum, yeah. Controller, why are there multiple controllers? I don't know what sense that makes. Message order, healing attack. Okay, we'll leave that as default. Alright, we're good. I kind of wish more games had these menu options as far as colors go. But anyway. As long as it's not red, YouTube shouldn't have a problem with it. There's really nothing to do here. It's just, like I said, this part of the game's just on rails. We'll come back to this level. We'll come back to this town later in the game. Without Magitex. Yeah. Large wolves. It's funny how all the characters look normal. They look like they're regular overworld assets. But all the enemies are, like, very large and well articulated. And very well defined. So basically, the characters who walk around the overworld all look the same in battle, but the enemies are all like very well drawn, which I think is kind of amusing. I want to say you can't lose here, but you probably can. If you don't heal yourself, you're gonna die. But anyway, this is as fast as the combat gets. I want to say you can hold down the attack button too. I wouldn't worry so much about that meter on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen yet. Later on, we get to harder combat, that might matter, because that determines when people are ready to attack, or choose their next move, basically. Oh, we're surrounded. You know what that means? Take out the guys on the left first, right? Yeah, guys on the left. We'll hold down the A button. So we'll hold down the A button for automatic attacking. Which is much better than, well, there's no auto battle option here, but and unlike Final Fantasy 1, if the enemy you selected dies before your turn is up, they'll automatically switch to another enemy. So, which is obviously better than Phantasy Star 2. We're gonna talk about Phantasy Star 2 later. So yeah, because that combat system, my God, what were they thinking? RPGs were jankier back then, kids. We didn't know any better. Of course, this combat isn't particularly sophisticated either. I mean, I think a high school student can probably come up with a reasonable combat system that emulates this. Not just because it's menu-based, but, you know. I mean, again, it's real-time menu manipulation. Wait, I think I have to stop. I think I'm going to have to heal myself. I'll see if I can do it after this combat ends. Because I don't want to die during this pre-scripted area. Heal. Heal, yep. Heal. Her name is Terra, but we'll just call her the Question for now. Because the game didn't bother to give her a name yet. They don't refer to her by name. She's the slave. Because she's wearing that slave crown. You know, like the collars in Genosha in the X-Men series. The slave crown means she's under the command of these guys. And don't get too attached to Terra. She disappears for a pretty long portion of the game's story. So she's apparently she's our first character in the game. And the game unceremoniously dumps her in a fridge for about 7 hours. So that's kind of disappointing. Uh-oh, save point. Yeah, boy. No. I think we're fine. We didn't get our health back. Okay, so we'll save that. Yay, we have our first save. Okay, so now we can play the game. Well, this game doesn't really begin until this segment is over. So we'll see how we do. Uh-oh! Blind encounters, kids, just like in the old days. This is what we had to put up with. Whoops, go back, go back. Darn it, I didn't mean to use heal force. That's what happens when you choose the memory command. Because the game remembers where the last action that character chose. And the last action for Vix was the heal force. Specifically healing Terra, so the game remembers that. So if you want to perform the same action every time, just hold down the A button, and the game just repeats it over and over ad nauseum. And the game lets us choose between 3 different elemental attacks and a healing attack for some reason. And I want to say that Terra has a confusion attack or something. I don't think there's anything here that really needs to be grabbed. I'll check an FAQ a bit later to see what treasure needs to be picked up. Like, sprint shoes are useful. But I remember I had a strategy guide that I already sold. I had a Nintendo Power strategy guide for this game that told me where everything was. It had maps for everything. Oh, whatever. Boss! Okay, we have to... Okay. Yeah, this. Yeah, here's a bit. We have a strategy here. Basically, don't attack. There's a point during this boss battle where you're not supposed to attack. Yeah, it eats lightning. Okay. Stores the energy in its shell. Right, so whatever you do, don't attack the shell. With any magic, I guess. Okay, Magitech, Ice, Magitech, Fire. Don't use lightning, I guess. Okay, so if it goes back into its shell, I'm gonna hope my attack doesn't go off. Okay, he's not retreating into a shell yet. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Defend. See, I wasn't supposed to do that. See? See what I mean? I wasn't supposed to do that. Go back and heal myself. Okay, heal. Magitech. Heal force. Heal him. When can I attack? I can wait. There he is. Okay. Get him. There we go. Sick him. Ice beam. There we go. So I can wait. He's probably not going to attack. We might attack us with slime. Can I confuse him? Tech missile. Let's do a tech missile. Why not? Bam! Right in the face. Ow. That sucked. Magitech. Tech missile. Okay, let's see what he does. Got him. Perfect. See? So basically, just don't get too spammy. You have to time your attacks a tiny bit. Not a lot, though. Because when it retreats to its cell, it just stores energy and spits it back at you, like Bishop in the X-Men series. Wait, what? Oh, well, whatever. We can beat... Ow! Repo Man. Tech Missile! Destroy! Destroy! Yeah. Throwing animation, right, kids? It's all representational. Use your imagination. Lord knows we had to. Trust me, RPG's got a lot better since this game. So you got the funky piano, jazz piano going on in the soundtrack. It's one of the best soundtracks of the 16-bit era. I probably should, fade this music out, but I'll do that later. Oh, yeah, this is unwinnable battles, don't worry. Yeah, I can't skip this. Yeah, I can't. I can pause it, but I can't skip it. Oh well. So how should I vamp? Final Fantasy VI. So I remember my first impression of this game was this was an RPG you had to buy because at the time it came out, it was so incredibly ambitious in terms of the length of its story, the scope of its story, the number of characters you had, all the different mechanics that were applied to each party member. Because you had like a dozen different characters you can have and you recruit into your party at any given time, and you could, like I said, most of them at least had some unique powers that were useful. Not all of them. As you see later, Terra's going to come back later and her power's going to be kind of worthless. I never use it. And you can respec your characters in lots of interesting ways, so... Anyway, here we go. So, here's the part of the story that kind of lags. Because eventually we're going to wait for the new guys to show up. Yeah, that mosaic effect that Super NES games were allowed to do. Yeah, back to the leitmotif, back to the theme song. The piano playing in the background. That's how ambitious the soundtrack was back in the day. They had all this memory so that they could, get some pretty good sound engineers going, pretty good samples. They have Nobuo Uematsu doing the music. This is his masterpiece. It's way better than Final Fantasy VII. Although maybe Final Fantasy IX is better. I'll have to go back and check. We'll call her Terra. Yeah, just call her. Actually, no. Let me call her Jean Grey. Let me see if I can do that. Can I back up? There we go. So let's call her let's call her Firestar. What was Firestar's real name? Okay, I know what we're gonna do. We'll call her Pyra. Pyra's less well-endowed sister. Just a second. See, what? Not Pyra. Pyra. There we go. Okay, we can make this work. Impressive. Never anyone recovering this fast. Guess she's Wolverine. Oh, wait. Bow wow wow yippee-yo yippee-yay. Give us back the girl in the Magitech armor. We know you have it. Whoop whoop. It's the sound of the police. I'm going to be doing that all month, aren't I? No time to explain. There's never any time to explain. Even in games with a bunch of lore dumps, there's no time to explain. Actually, are there any treasure chests? Probably not. There's nothing here I can get, really, that matters. See? Got an elixir. See? That counted for... See? That counted for something. Decent pixel art in this game, too. But, Where do I save? Save would be nice. Can't save here. I can do a... Well, once I get to a point that matters, I'll be able to, Uh-oh. The douche, you say? Well, let's see what's down. I hope there better be a save point here. I'm pretty sure there are going to be random enemies here. I should be fine, though. They got the breathing and the soundtrack. It's so awesome. It's so awesome coming out of a cartridge. Wait for it. Pretty good emulation there. They got it right. Like I said, well, until we get to the opera where the music sounds awful, that's better. No magic. Okay, let's just beat these guys up. Yeah, one swipe will take them down. The combat's pretty basic at this point in the game, so it doesn't get better until we get the new characters to show up. In fact, the next two characters we recruit are a lot better than her, so... Because, all she can do at this point in the game is just basic attacks, so that's kind of annoying. And I don't know if the RNG on the blind encounters is based on the number of steps you take, or if it's timing based. Phoenix down. I was gonna call myself Dark Phoenix for a second there, but that's okay. Kiss take. Haha! Missed. Vaporite. Anyway. Just Blaze. She's kind of slow, isn't she? I could run. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Crap. Okay, at least he went out. Okay, she won't attack me again. Ow! Bastard. I think I got that elixir. Down he goes. Weren't the sound effects supposed to be in stereo? I gained a level, yay. Okay. It's as good as it gets early in the game. Step inside my sleeping bag. Alright. Yep. Probably need that a bit later. I think I can only use that in a save spot though. But yeah. Sorry kids, random encounters all over the place. This is how we used to play video games. And remember, people tried to defend them back in the day. They're like, oh my god, I need to get back to an inn. Oh, but I don't know if someone's going to jump at me. I mean, come on. Most of the enemies who attack you in this game are trash. They're easy to beat. They just chip away at you. In fact, what was that game that just came out? Was it Battle Chasers? That game came out recently. It's like, yeah, there's a bunch of just trash enemies and the combat's slow, so it really limits your progress. I mean, what was that game? Was it Dragon Warrior 3 in the North American version? Had a massive problem with that because I think they doubled or tripled the encounter rate. So it was some nonsense where combat was just so common that it would constantly slow you down. I think he ran away. So enemies would constantly impede your progress. You would have to go through these really lame, super simplistic combat scenarios where all you had to do was press the fight button every once in a while. It was just endless. And Dragon Warrior 3, that was the North American version. I think Persona did the opposite problem, where they lowered the encounter rate too much, and you had to grind more because combat was less common. So it was the opposite problem. And apparently the localizers didn't rebalance the game to deal with that, so that was kind of a problem. It should have, again, you have to account for stuff like that. But some games have terrible combat, so when you increase the blind encounter rate like that, it makes the game more of a chore. Maybe Earthbound might have that problem. I'll find out a bit later. Yeah, it's our boy Kefka. The Joker. You'll be hearing this music pretty often, actually. Yeah, there's a variation on this theme that's not as dramatic, but it's just as downbeat. I mean, again, this soundtrack's just so ambitious because what they were trying, like all the emotions they were trying to gin up, and all the instruments they had to shove into this cartridge, and all the melodies Uematsu had to come up with. So, I mean, again, the problem I have with Final Fantasy VII was that the music was too synthesized. This soundtrack isn't bad. It's very good, obviously. I actually prefer the sound fonts that were used in Final Fantasy II, because Final Fantasy IV in Japan, because that game had its soundtrack was a bit more disciplined, I guess you can say. They used fewer instruments, but they used them well. So I thought that the instruments sounded a bit better. And this game tries to amp up some of the electric guitars, some of the synthesizers, so the effect is different. It still works. I mean, there's an awesome variety of music in the soundtrack. A lot of different genres getting thrown in there. And here's the rogue, the noble rogue. You can't see her song. Locke. He's the rogue. So what do we call him? Well, it's a funny name because he's a thief. So he's called Locke, you see. I guess we'll go with Locke. Well, a knave. What do they call a knave? We'll call him Locke. Can't come up with a better name anyway. So if it's not Locke, what do we call him? We're not gonna call him Logan. I guess we could call him Logan. Well, Logan's not a thief, technically. I'm drawing a blank. There should be like, who's a really good thief? Lupin. There you go. We'll call him Lupin. Lupin the Third, of course. Not Rupin, but Lupin. That's close enough to Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. Tut, tut, tut. This is as good as the animation gets, by the way. Anyway, you're the one who sent for me? Ooh, you found a girl. This better have anything to do with that witch. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, mind your manners. No harsh language here. An underground resistance movement called the Returners. Okay. Fine. So we'll be the rebels, because we're always the rebels. Wait for us to figure. Figaro. Which reminds me, that's the name of the town. And, oh, okay, we found her. So at least I didn't have to go through the cave to find her. So that saved me a bit of repetitious combat. Oh, wait, never mind. Here they come. We have about 10 minutes left in this video, though, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. I thought he had help. Well, no, we have to find the other guy. The guy, Edgar, yeah. The guy with the crossbows and such. Well, the Moogles, yeah, the Moogles are gonna help me. Yeah. Okay. What were they called in Xenoblade Chronicles? They weren't Moogles, they were, forgot their names. Yeah, but don't call them Moogles, but they're Moogles here. Not Chocobos, they show up later. There weren't Moogles. These guys were new to this game, because they weren't in Final Fantasy 2, I don't think. I don't remember Moogles in Final Fantasy 2. Use us! Yeah, let's see what he has to say. Press Y, switch. Yeah, this is the kind of gimmicks the game throws in there to kind of mix it up, which I like. Save her or else. I think we'll be fine. Too bad the game didn't let me save or anything. Okay, so I can do that. So I can hold them off here. Y. Okay. So I'll keep one person there as a last resort. Y. So I'll keep one Moogle there. There we go. So let's get Locke up in here. Excuse me, Lupin. Sorry. So I have to defeat all of them, right? Yeah, we got a party of Moogles. That's fine. Well, I can steal. Let's steal something from these guys. They can fight. Ow! I have any healers? Couldn't steal. That sucks. Fleetwood Mac Tusk. Oh, well, so much for that enemy. Well, couldn't steal anything that time. That's okay. I'll steal something eventually. Gotcha. Alright. I don't have to let these guys do all the fighting. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to steal anything useful. Ow. Does anyone have a healing potion? That might be nice. Yeah, I might need someone else to do the fighting. This is getting kind of nasty. So I guess Locke's getting all the experience. Why? I need to heal. Item. I can't do that. Skills? Nope. Can't use magic, huh? Let's see. Gonna get pwned by randos. Okay, Y. Press the X button to go to the menu. There we go. Okay, you can take out the next one. Okay, so who's next? These are supposed to be human beings attacking us. Why are wolves and mammoths attacking us? Video games. He's got some dope weapons. Got a new dance! Woo! Okay, I'll let these guys do all the fighting. Yeah, these guys will be fine. Just hold down the A button, we'll be fine. Mog! Yeah, I remember. Isn't he a permanent character later in the game? Yeah, I think the dance he learned is his skill he can use. Let me check on that, because we got a new dance already. Just saying. Magic. No magic. So he has a dance, though. Yeah, that dance. Dusk Requiem. Dance. So what does this do? I don't know what it does. Anyway. Haha! See ya! Lobo go down the hole. Stupid man with the stupid blizzard spell. Why is a mammoth shooting blizzard magic inside a cave? Storm can't do this. Freaking video games. Is there anyone else down here? There he is. Okay, this guy's gonna die. We're gonna have a problem here. Again, I thought you're supposed to be human beings. I don't know what's going on here. Stole tonic. Okay, we're gonna die. It's not gonna go well. Okay, we're alive. Maybe we'll all get healed after the battle. So I shouldn't have wasted that tonic. And we won! Holla at your boy. Do the dance. There's the marshal. So we had an army of mammoths and lobos. That's fine, I guess. Dusk Requiem. Destroy! Destroy! Yep. Dance does everything. Of course, it doesn't do any damage, really. Ow! Bastard. Got him. Outstanding. Problem solved. Now, can I do that to the boss? I don't know. Ow! Jeez. Elf fire. He's gonna keep dancing. Look at that. Yeah, that's what's up. Well, we lost Kutan. Or Kutan. Kutana! Anyway. Kutana. I think it's Kutana. Thanks, Moogles. We're in your debt. See you at the end of the game. Actually, I think Mog might show up eventually. See if we get to skip all this. No blind random encounters or anything. But they're showing me this for a reason, right? Yeah. Yeah, the switch. That's what's up. Oh, wait, she's alive. Outstanding. Save your thanks for the Moogles. Can't remember anything, past or present. You have amnesia, how convenient. Yeah. This is the intellectual equivalent of putting her in a fridge, I guess. Yeah, we'll give it time. The storytellers will figure out how to make you an important character in this story at some point. Yeah, boy. Her character is a massive disappointment. She's basically Dark Phoenix, and the game doesn't know what to do with her. She's the reason the story takes place, right? Anyway, here we go. Okay, save. Yeah, I can save here. There we go. Outstanding. Yeah, we're done with this. Perfect. Alright, so where are we going? We're going to Figaro. So before I end the video, let's do some quick business. See if I can buy anything while I'm here. Oh, this is a tutorial area, huh? Yeah, let's see what's up. Okay, yeah, these guys. Take all the time you need to select spells and see, which is the default, which is good. Now, why you would make it active, I have no idea. Why would you want real-time menu manipulation in a game like this? Although you do have that memory option on the configuration menu, so you can determine where your cursor is when your turn comes up. But again, real-time memory manipulation, real-time menu manipulation, no. At least Lightning Returns has an ability to you know, switch on the fly to different menus. So they actually developed the game so that it makes sense to do some real-time menu manipulation of a sort. Oh, I can still come in here. What's gonna happen? Am I gonna die? Yeah, here we go. Advanced battle tactics. Enemy can't strike you, but you're an easy target for spells. Really? Imp, you use spells and commands. Zombie drops to 0. You attack party members, use Revivify reverse. Wow. Maybe a Phoenix down would work. Yes, it's pretty. These are pretty deep cuts. Corrode spell. Yeah, use a cure spell on a zombie for maximum damage, like in Final Fantasy 1. Weapons won't touch you. Yeah, it's like a multiple man, I guess, in X-Men. We're gonna have a bunch of comic book references during this video, I guess. Fire lightning. That's weird. Reflect spells fade over time. They can't block certain magic attacks. Really? I thought the wall spell reflected everything. Runic turns many magic attacks into MP. Can be used repeatedly. Really? Morph. Yeah, that is Terra. Excuse me. Pyra. She has a morph ability. It's her special ability, but she doesn't have it yet. We'll get to that. Duration increases with battle. Really? So it increases over time? Dance and Rage. So Dance is what Mog the Moogle had in that previous battle. Once selected, will continue until the battle's over. Yeah, so I did Dance, which was the Dusk Requiem, and I couldn't cancel it. He just kept doing dances over and over again automatically every turn, which was kind of interesting. But you have to keep that in mind. You don't want to lead with a dance unless you know you aren't going to use anything else. Maybe dancing gives you healing abilities. I have no idea. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, we've established that. Wait, one more. Yeah, life 3. Automatically brought back even if status is affected. Regen. HPR will gradually come back. Yeah, that might be interesting. Out of the way, citizens. Even sword tech sword has its own unique name, whatever that means. You're getting more sword tech skills. Is that Shadow or the samurai guy who has that sword tech ability? I forget. I'll check. Near fatal stats can result in special hidden skills. Yeah, there was some kind of trick where if you intentionally keep your party members in a critical life state, like near death, then they'll have these ridiculously strong attacks. You can just bring them back if they die, but that was apparently a legitimate strategy in this game. Speedrunners might use it. I can ask them. Reflect doesn't block spells that have been reflected off others. Okay, so if you cast a fire spell, so if I cast a wall on myself, and then I cast a fire spell on myself, it will bounce off me to the enemy most likely. So if the enemy has a wall up, and I have a wall up, I can cast a fire spell on myself, and it will hit the enemy, even if the enemy has a wall. So, something like that. See, try bouncing an attack over reflect protect the individual in your party. See? Sorry, I didn't know he was going to mention that. Advanced tactics, Final Fantasy tactics, right?